part 2 of the Punter
Part
Show.
2. Apparently the boys are cutting a few things out. I don't know why. I never say anything that bad.
No, you don't need to be censored.
I don't really. No. At least I'll play the thing.
Right, you're something to bring up, mate.
No, I just saw a friend of the Punter Show, Matthew Tripp. He said, hey, you know, have a few drinks with Matt when we were in Melbourne. He's a nice man, runs Crown Bread or something, doesn't he?
Yes,
Crown Bread. And the way I read it, he pulled his shoulders back and announced this big announcement during the week, which is it's kind of funny. But anyway, Matty, I don't understand the corporate side of it, so I don't mean to. Is from this point on all states, we're going to bet punters to win $1,000 half an hour before the race, in line with the New South Wales regulations. And that's why, you know, punters, I'll bet you to win $1,000, and I haven't got a fucking case up. But anyway, so $1,000, you know, okay, that's what they're doing. Apparently that's a big thing for the corporate world, so well done, Matty. But it does seem a small amount of money, but let's put that to the side. What I think should happen, and I think punters should talk about to support our on-course bookies who bets to win $5,000 when claimed, how do they both pay the same turnover tax? How does the on-course bookie pay the same amount of turnover tax as the corporate who throws his shoulders back, and he's the good guy? He's going, look here, we're going to bet you to win 1,000. My kids would bet you to win 1,000. They've got 1,200 in the bank. I'll be dirty with them.
Well, you raised an interesting point. Why not stagger it so that the more you're prepared to bet, the lower your turnover tax?
That's what I'm saying.
Great idea.
That's what comes to me this week. Why do they pay the same amount when the risk is 5 times more at the track? Yeah. And if it was a less turnover tax, do you remember when they brought the turnover tax? Volandes, in his wisdom of that head of his, which has got, let's just say his wisdom, they've all got to pay the same. Remember that was part of the argument? Well, here you got one part of the industry going, look, we're going to bet you to win a whole 1,000, and over here where they're all dying and we've got none of them left, and they'll bet you to win 5. How do they have 5 times the exposure for the same amount of turnover tax? Doesn't make sense to me.
No.
So,
that sounds like a good device to get something happening on minimum bet rules.
Yeah, I just
we'll give you some relief if you bet a bit bigger.
It just can't get it's embarrassing when someone like a good guy like Matthew, and I like Matthew, pulls his shoulders back and look how great we are.
Well, that's because of what was happening in Victoria last week about the minimum bet rule. So they haven't had what we've had in New South Wales.
Right.
And I wasn't aware of that until Juppie pulled me aside at Sandown on Saturday, and he said, you obviously don't watch the Melbourne Punters Show.
Yes, we actually do owe them a little mention, because last week when I did bring this up, that they had their minimum bet rule come in, we sort of sat there and go, oh yeah, good, no worries. The Melbourne Punter Show boys, that's Ralphie Horowitz, Juppie, Darren Potter and Dan Kelly, have been on the case with Richard Irvine of Fair Wagering Australia for months about this, and they've been pushing it pretty hard. So well done to them, because that's a big win for them.
Yeah,
and they do deserve that recognition from us.
It seemed odd to me that Bet365 would bet you on a Sydney race at 9 o'clock and not on a Melbourne race.
Isn't that crazy?
That's why, sorry guys, that's why I didn't understand. I didn't get the picture. And wow, to think that they've been, apparently Racing Victoria said, oh, we'll just wait to see how it goes in New South Wales. Are you fucking kidding? Bloody...
Just make a bet. Anyway, so my thought was that the on-course bookie really needs some help, and he has 5 times the exposure, and he has less clients, has to eat racecourse food. I mean, everything's against him, and we need him to survive. I know Racing New South Wales and the dirty, filthy tab, and all you filthy corporates don't care about the on-course bloke, but people like me do, so much. Anyway, let's move on.
Alright, yeah, so part 2 is your emails and tweets, and Glenn, it's no longer Ask Mark, that was just a one-off special last week. There's actually something in here for you, it's not on the last page. So, email from Luke to get us started. After Saturday at Rosehill, where 6 out of 9 races were won by apprentices, I was wondering if the panel had any theories or pearls, Glenn, you can have a pearl too, regarding different riders in the wet and how their styles impact different tracks. My theory is that because so often horses either do or don't handle the wet, the skill of the jockey has less influence. The fact a horse has a 3 kilogram kid on board may be outweighed by the fact they are flat out wet trackers. Boys.
Well, we spoke about this before, Luke, on the Punter Show about the first year of 7 years ago, or whatever it was, that on wet tracks, being a highly skilled rider, really, it flattens right out. I mean, I was quite happy to back Kathy O'Hara and Very Delicious on Saturday and things like that. As happy to make sure I was on Foreign Prince.
Isn't it a thing that they're confident, like because of the circumstances, the confidence of the lesser riders is enhanced?
It is. Don't you think so?
No, it's,
Well, you're right.
I do like no, not necessarily, because I think good riders keep a horse well balanced in the straight. When you see a good rider and a younger rider and they go neck and neck down the straight.
Okay, I'll give you a good example there. What you're saying is, I'll give you just a quick example. A good rider, let's put a good rider. They earn $1 million a year.
Yeah.
$1 million fucking dollars a year for being a dirty, filthy cab driver. Ty Anglin, who give me a gobful on Saturday, he earns $600,000 a year. Grant Buckley earns $750,000. Fucking, all he wants to do is become a landscape gardener. I once spoke to him. I mean, they're tradesmen at best. They're big earning blokes. So you're walking out, it's freezing fucking cold, and you're earning $1 million a year.
And you're getting wet.
And you're getting wet, and you go, do I really have to go out and ride in these conditions? I'm a million.
So maybe it's more about this time of year than actually when it's wet though, because when it's wet and it's Group 1, it's still different.
You get old mate out there, Serge
And that's
Lisney.
when- yeah.
You get Serge Lisney in there on his $45,000 a year plus his part pension off the Commonwealth government because he doesn't earn enough. He's keen.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
go.
they're keen.
I can go.
Well, I think that's more a time
about
of the year than a
confidence.
wet track. Like a mixture of the
But I'm just saying the confidence, you know.
Yeah.
You still can't, and Saturday's right improved it.
Yeah, well, look, you see it time and time again in winter, you know.
So I agree with you. Luke, you're right. Don't
Jay
listen to
Ford
Aaron.
rides
It's
5
gone
minutes.
mad.
Blake Spriggs rides
It's gone
5
mad,
minutes.
Aaron. He's a
How
nice
many of the top riders were there as well though?
True, but
Like where were they? The top three weren't even there.
yeah, most of them were they?
Look, I think you still need to steer them well. I think that
Yeah.
the thrust of the email is heading down the wrong track. It's not all bets are off, you know, anything can happen.
No.
It's these guys have a bee in their bonnet. Like they think they can better than they would on a different surface.
Absolutely, I agree
You know,
with that.
they're definitely more gung ho. It's like
And again, it's always very similar with golf. You go play at the Masters, Tiger's going to beat you by 35 shots. You go play at the par 3 golf course at Chatswood, Tiger will beat you by 10. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind
You've got no idea.
Yeah, good analogy.
Hey, from Angie, is this a girl?
and Postagoglu. It's the bloody coach of the Socceroos.
Okay.
of. Big
Yeah.
fan
I was thinking of Angie Dickinson. I still
Hi
can't get
guys, absolutely loving your show and website. Thanks, Ange. Glenn, can you tell me, with your Betfair account, do you use Betfair APIs like BetTrader and BetAngel, or do you rely on the standard website to bet?
it.
Cheers,
Angie
Ange.
went to BetTrader about 2 years ago. I'll never be the same without it.
You could never go back, could you?
I can't
I mean,
possibly go back,
honestly,
honestly.
if once you've used one of these APIs,
Just
the
the
thought
best.
of using
The
the
best.
click,
Oh, it's just
Betfair
torture.
site.
With that one click, Angie, the one click with BetTrader and easy look up BetTrader and like
How much are
$9 a month or something. Like it's cost nothing. Absolutely sensational. Can't wrap it big enough and love it. Takes a little bit of while getting used. The only advice I can give to you is the first week or something you get it all set up where you have your liability boxes. Put them in for about, make your liability $50 on a horse and not $500. Do everything by 10 just to learn how to use it, because you don't want to stand something for $1,000 when you're meant to back it to $1,000. Like, there's a few little tricks to it because it's one click. And,
So it's dangerous in that sense.
You got to get your brain to, you got to work, yeah. And then
Did you do that when you first started? You knocked
no,
off
I went straight to it.
$1,000?
I went straight into it and made a million mistakes, and then I had something to whinge about. And I carried on, but I'm just passing on my experience. But love it. Can't even imagine going back to the standard Betfair website.
Alright, email from Sambo. Welcome back, Sambo. Glenn Gould, you effing idiot. You've become a bigger spruiker than the albino Pinocchio.
Big later, Dallas.
I have spruiked the tournaments up a bit with the Glenn Gould. Thanks very much, Sambo. You're a good bloke, and you're quite right. I am a dead set effing idiot. Very
Sensational. Alright, from Aussie racing fan, it's just a yes or no question. Was it the most boring weekend in the history of Australian racing?
No.
Well, it all depends on whether you're
Where you
playing or not, and whether you're winning or not.
I finished second in the tournament and I won cash. No. And
Sensational.
last horse I backed was Grand Punto. No.
Well done.
Loved it.
Alright, email from Adam. Okay, we might have to ask John McLeod about this, but we'll see if you got any thoughts anyway. Aaron, in particular, very interested in a runner at next Saturday at Brisbane in the JJ Atkins. Prompt response, what do you think? Can I handle the wet? Oh, and good luck, Glenn, in the tournament.
Oh, that was very nice. Yeah.
Aaron,
Thanks,
anything
mate.
to add here?
Can't respond.
I'd say no.
We're talking about the horse that won at Newcastle.
Yeah,
one that made it at Newcastle. Gay.
Look,
That big round
Gay's
thing.
the
Yeah,
one
he's
by-
asking will it go in the wet.
Yeah, but, well, first of
You've
all,
seen
I'm
it,
tipping
I
it's
haven't
not. It won't be wet on Saturday.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
There's the first tip.
Um,
I'm saying
but
if it is wet.
where's it been since? It's been to Durban since.
I don't know.
Aaron, you must
Can't
know.
remember.
No, I don't.
Prompt response. Is that a run
That
since Beaumont?
was a while ago. as
Didn't
well.
it go up there and run?
Must have run the goal.
It's had to have run. I'm sure it did run.
In any case, is it good enough? Probably.
I'm saying.
Well, it's a bit tuned, isn't it?
All right, from Oddie, you gonna read this one out?
Yeah, all right. From Oddie, g'day guys. A question: do you have any advice on the best way? Now, this is advise caution here in discussing the answer to this question. It's setting up a bowler account
Yes, Dallas.
and maintain betting from the same phone or
Dallas
IP
with
address
it.
that may be restricted or banned to get around the corporate's technology. Understand if you can't declare on the Punter Show, but some guidance would be appreciated. Now, Dallas has said we can answer this question with caution.
Right. Well, I think there was a way, but now they're onto it.
Right.
I don't know.
Which is VPNs.
Yeah, the IPN.
What are they, visible
IP
panty
changer,
lines?
yeah.
Oh, that's VPN.
VPN like pretends that you're in
China.
in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I know.
or,
I know it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I
It's like
think that
saying visible panty lines.
I wasn't trying to explain it to you again. I'm just saying that most of certainly the TV providers have worked out that you're using that technology. And if they've worked it out, then the corporate bookies will have worked it out as
I'm
well.
going to ask a question. If they're willing to put so much technology into finding out who's betting off whose computer, why don't they put that money into doing better prices and actually bet?
Well, that'd be a thing, wouldn't it?
It'd be
How about
outstanding.
that?
Instead of, they're like the CIA,
Yeah.
and they know who everyone is and where they are, and they're on everyone's Facebook.
They are a
account.
pack of coppers, dirty coppers, aren't they?
That's embarrassing.
I bet to win 2,000 and pull your shoulders back, and then bet to win 5. Fucking bet. Anyway, all right, we're moving on. Have we finished the show?
All right, that's the end of part 2.
Right.